next show we're going to be talking about is Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Ah, yes. This was just, okay. Just throwing it out there, I love dragons to begin with. And I love the fact that this was a dragon anime that actually put dragons in a pretty decent light. I like that. So I'm going to start off with that. That was amazing. Everything else, it was an awesome show. I'm just going to say that. This was an awesome show. God, so much to say about it. The characters, phenomenal. The main character, I felt like in the beginning she was like stereotypical, like oh no, I don't know everything I'm doing, I don't know about the world and everything about that. I'm glad that phase in her career as a maid went away quickly.
Yeah,
that she started picking everything up and everything went from there. You know, she still has her moments, don't get me wrong. And I expect that, and I appreciate that, because it still shows that she is still her true nature and what she is. And I totally, absolutely agree with that. I'm just glad we don't have to sit through, 5 or 6 episodes, half the season of her trying to figure things out and totally failing over and over again. I'm like, come on now, let's be real.
Yeah, they kind of shifted that aspect of the dragons not knowing about the world to each character, like slowly throughout the series.
Yep, and I appreciate that so much. So her character, I love her character absolutely. Kobayashi, even though she's a regular human doing her regular job, normal life, I love her character too. You see a lot of depth in her character, I feel like, because even though she questions, how her life came to be in this way and how she accepts the dragon as her maid and all this other crazy weird stuff that happens, you still feel like there's a connection between them. And that's, I like that. That's awesome. Yeah. And the little girl dragon, who was absolutely adorable as all get out. She is probably, it's a close call between her and what's his name? Yeah, it's a close call between those two about who I like the most. And it's honestly for 2 completely different reasons in regards to that. But I like, oh God, her time in school. I love that.
Yeah.
Like her first day, and that one girl who now is like all madly in love with her and whatnot. I like the fact that the first meeting she had with her, she read her like an open book, basically. She knew exactly what she needed to do avoiding any confrontation whatsoever, and played it up about, I just want to be friends. Oh my God, yes, I just totally want to be friends too. And she started crying. I'm like, and then later on, she's like, and then the main dragon was like, why didn't you just, you could have ended that just by, laying her out or whatever. And she's like, no, I didn't want to do that. And I get that. She wanted to be, she's very cunning in that way. And I like that about her character. She's adorable, but she knows she is, and she knows she can play that up. And it's awesome in that regards. And plus, I love their fight that they had, and that, oh God, I still think about that. That was like every epic fight that I've ever seen. And for them, it was just playing around. And I'm like, oh, that was just awesome. I love that. Because it really shows you, it's like, yeah, they may look human and they may have a little bits of things that can kind of discern them, like if they were playing cosplay or something, but they really actually are dragons, and they're powerful in that regards, especially
like all of them are.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Especially when they play dodgeball.
I was about to say that too. The dodgeball. Oh my God. I cringed at that. I was like, oh God, don't tell me they're gonna, and they played very nice. They did very, they still managed to do some serious damage, but they played it pretty good. And then they're like, I haven't had enough. Neither have I. You want to go? And I'm like, oh, this is where we saw that whole thing where like the whole playground looked like a war zone. This is where that came from. Okay, I got you now. So I mean, it's just every aspect, I think, of this has pretty much nailed it to where it needs to be. I think it's phenomenal on multiple scales. And again, this is another, as we were saying before, kind of slice of life type anime. and it just, you want to know more. You want to know more about like what her. There's something else going on with like her not wanting to go back home.
Yeah.
And like her not saying she can't go back home, even though she took that one trip and back into her world to bring back that fruit, and that's how that other dragon came through. Which, by the way, I love that other dragon too.
Yeah,
that's another one I absolutely love. The one, even though she's kind of like the dopey kind of side character, comedy relief kind of thing.
Yeah, and
I still like her though.
Yeah,
because like even though she is a running gag, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like one the indecisiveness, like take that away, and I love her. Like she's a great character, but like the indecisiveness, I'm like, that was dumb.
I still think it's I still laugh at those moments when she's like, which flavor do I choose? I don't, because like I get that you're like, I like both of those. I want both of, that's her. It's not the fact that she's indecisive. She likes it everything. She loves our food. So she's immediately like, oh, this is amazing. I gotta have more. I'm totally on board with that. And then especially the other dragon too, with the Fafnir. No, not Fafnir. Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her character too. Her character is an amazing character. Even though she doesn't like, she doesn't necessarily, I don't know. She again became at the end kind of a running gag as well, because she kept trying to like do things with the kid, and you're just like, no, stop it, no, that's wrong on so many levels. She went, and of course they had the obligatory beach episode, but like her coming to the beach was like the skimpiest like bathing suit. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
that's so wrong. But again, it's everything was great. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. What are your thoughts? Hadn't I already said that? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, so Quetzalcoatl, I'm like, I do like how she became like that kid's like familiar. Like, I do like her reasoning for it. At the beach, like, most of that was like, I'm like, I don't care. But then when she said, rub some lotion on me, I'm like, of course. And then she's like, let me rub some lotion on you. Then I'm like, okay, that's a little different. And then he like jumped off and just ran off. And before, most of the time, he just kind of just sits there and like takes it or yells at her and like slams the door. But he just took off down the beach. And I'm like, okay. Okay, so there were some moments between the dynamic between those two characters that I'm like, okay, I like that. But the fourth dragon, when they finally introduced her introduction episode was awesome, because it was like, she's like, hi, I'm here, I'm taking you back, and she's like doesn't know anything about this world, so the main dragon like totally has the upper hand and like keeps tricking her, and then she's like, oh, okay.
It was amazing too.
She's like, let's take this over to the other world. So, like,
yeah.
It was so funny. And then I like how even though the main dragon had the upper hand, like, because she works with Kobayashi, she like hates her because of the closeness. And like she's like, I just got a job and it just happens to be with Kobayashi. And she's like, oh, I hate you. I hate you so much. And like, when he opened the door, she like blew her across town. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's taking it a little far, but God. So I feel sorry for the fourth dragon, but it's awesome.
And I love the dynamic going back to Fafnir, the dynamic between him and the guy he's living with.
Oh, he's totally like, I love this culture. I'm gonna write books too and everything. And he's like, what's his name? Developing a game or something? And he's like, oh, I'll help you test it. And they're like, they just click immediately.
Oh yeah.
Like,
well, you can kind of tell based upon their first meeting that something like that was probably going to happen, considering like he's playing the games and all of a sudden Fafnir's like, I want to play. It's like kind of just like, all of a sudden he's just sitting there playing games and you're like, oh, this is going to happen, because this guy's sitting there next to him going, no, back up, no, you got to do this. No. And I would think they would get annoyed about that, but really, you look at him and he's actually paying attention, going, "Oh, okay." He doesn't say that, but you see it click. So he's really actually. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool.
And then when he came over, when he decided to live there, they're like, "Where are you gonna live?" And he's like, "I live in the mountains." And then they see him on the news, fighting the police. I'm like, "Oh no!" And then she's like, "No, you gotta keep it low key." And he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Come on." So then they're like, "Oh, I know a perfect place for you to stay." And they're like, "I wonder if he's gonna accept them." And he's like, "Yeah, come on in." So I'm like, "Oh." Okay, that was super easy. So yeah,
well, it's like a gaming partner now. So now they're going into you have their own. Both of them have computers on either side. And they're playing games, and they decide on things based upon who can beat who in a match of this. And it's oh, that's just awesome. Now let's see. He's definitely still got that kind of darkness around him that you're like, okay, he's kind of a stay away kind of thing. But at the same time, you look at them okay, they're buddies right now. They're that's just awesome connection right there. I love it. So again, this is another one. Okay, this is how you do slice of life well.
Yeah,
you have awesome characters.
Yes, exactly.
You have awesome characters because unless you have interesting characters with an interesting story going along with it, you're gonna lose it. So much. And I think so many of those animes out there who try to do slice of life, they just do a regular life and they add drama into it. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm bored with this. This is just normal. Come on. Do something interesting. And see this, again, slice of life, but the characters just drive it so much. And I appreciate that. I don't even mind seeing them go to the beach or going to a comiket or, having a day at a park. I don't even mind that because I just want to see what the hell happens.
Yeah. I'd probably say my favorite character will probably be Kobayashi. Even though she's the most plain character, something about her where she's always introspective. She would ask her a question, the main dragon would ask her a question, and then she would think about it, and then she would give this thoughtful answer, and her answers, I'm like, huh, and I would start thinking about my life, and I'm like, wow, I love the way she talks.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Yeah, there's something about that. But yeah, there's 2 more episodes for this. So.
Oh, see, I've watched episode 11 already, so I'm only waiting for one more episode. Oh, no, you said there's going to be 13 on this one?
Yes, there's 13.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so.
I'm curious where they're going to go with it, honestly. Yeah, I hope it just doesn't end. I hope we just don't have a sudden ending here.
Yeah. Because it's with the other series that we talked about earlier, Gabriel Dropout, I'm excited for the last episode. For this show, I don't care what the next episode is going to be because I know I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, I absolutely love this show.
Oh yeah.
This is probably my number 2 show for the season.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say this is probably my number 1, honestly.
Okay.
I think it really. I have a hard time saying that because the next one we're going to talk about really also had a lot of things special in regards to that too. And in no way does the next one we're talking about have anything to do having number 5 where that for me was probably about it, and then having 2, everything else kind of fell wherever it kind of fell, honestly. But there was something special about this one. It seemed new, original, and highly entertaining. Mm-hmm. So honestly, it's great all around. I have hardly anything bad at all to say about this one. So it's amazing, absolutely.
Cool.
For the beginning, and they had the idea for the end, but they're like, I don't know what to do in the middle. I'm like, oh, just throw something in there. It's all good.
Yeah, let's go get that anime checkbook. Okay, whatever, beach episode, New Year's episode.
Is the end game of this all of a sudden the Demon King is going to give up being Demon King and come live in this town with all of them and open up some shop selling? It's like